What is up? It's your boy Johnny SHREVE, IFBB Pro as tell like it is. Welcome back to another episode of quick and extremely efficient. This time, guys, we're doing delts and biceps in only 4 total exercises. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're starting off with rear delts first, then we're moving on to our lateral head of our delts. Remember, when it comes to angles, guys, we are getting a lot more anterior and lateral head when we're doing our lateral delts. So we're starting off with the rear delts because that's the most thing neglected when it comes to shoulders. Now, guys, this is a full shoulder exercise with 0 pressing, and you're gonna see why. We're gonna start off with chest support, rear delt flies, where we're basically almost like doing like a high row with the cables and our D handles. And we're really gonna force a lot of the stretch and emphasis on the contraction at the top by doing a few things to make sure that we're getting all we can out of this rep. The reason why we're doing chest support, we're gonna take out all of the momentum out of this exercise, plus the limiting factor won't be our body trying to hold ourselves up in a position where we have to be the complete leverage free weight wise. It makes sense. Having the bench here on a slight incline, creeping up enough to get a little clearance of the shoulders. And from here, when we're pulling back, the reason why we're using these handles is so we can get our elbows to pull out. If we want the rear delts to get activated right away, we're going to pull this away right away, right? I don't want to come up here, then trying to pull last minute. I want tension to stay high. So I'm gonna open up right away. And when I'm pulling, I'm stretching out and pulling all the way up. And you can see the V in my grip doesn't get more narrow. So we want to keep that V consistent, and that V is just going to get even bigger. So we're going for a big V, even bigger V, stretching all the way down, up. So nothing fancy at all. We're doing 10 to 15 reps. Remember, we're going to milk that stretch. I want to make sure that at the bottom of this lift, my whole body's rolling over. So let the cable and the weight of the cable pull you totally protracted, head down. Remember, arms staying apart, and then coming up to a nice erect position here, and then back down, stretch, pull. 10 to 15 reps, 3 hard sets, then we're into the next exercise. All right, guys, so I suggest you use your straps right about now. You can for the start of the exercise previous, if you like. But for me, I want to grab these because this will allow me to really focus on this movement coming from just my delts. Now, when we're doing these, we're gonna have ourselves standing and leaning back, and then letting gravity and the weights pull us down. I'm gonna keep your chest nice and tall without any weight, and me just pull my chest to the ceiling. You can see how much of a stretch I'm getting on my delts just from here. And we're going from here right out to the front, like the side like this. I'm not trying to pull it to the side this way. We're gonna go from here, nice stretch, out to here. And then once we can't get full range to here, we're gonna go from here and we're gonna do partials. Now remember, your partials aren't gonna be this. If I see you guys do this shit, I see this all the time. This isn't a partial. That's lats pushing your shoulders out. Your partial is your chest being here, your arms being down. Pretend you're in a door frame and you're trying to push the door handles out or the door frame out with the back of your hand. And that's what we wanna do. From here, push, stretch, push, stretch, and push. Once we can't get that full range at the top, whenever you die, depending on whether you stop your full range, whether it's at 10 to 15, then we're gonna do our full partials from here, all the way up, all the way down, stretch, out. And that's why we have you in a standing position. So when you're done, you can just like slide down and then relax and sit. I'm gonna do 2 more hard sets like this. I'll slightly increase the weight. Those are 20s. I'm gonna grab the 22.5s. I'm not gonna jump to 25s. I'm not gonna jump to the 25s. I'm gonna go with the 2.5, because once you get into a weight that tension is extremely high and it's really hard anyway, those little increments of 2.5 go a long way. So don't think you gotta jump to 5 and 10. I'm gonna count 22.5, 25, 27.5, and then whatever's after that. What's up guys? A lot of you guys have watched the video but not subscribed, so do your boy a favor, subscribe to the channel and hit the post notification button as well too, so next time I put a video, you'll be the first ones to get it. Back to the show. Those hurt. So, a few things. Using these straps is good to make sure our wrists stay very neutral. What I mean by that is a lot of times, because people wear straps, for some reason somebody said it was good to let the hands droop like this when pulling it up. This isn't good for the wrist or for the whole range if you're doing this. Make sure your straps are on tight enough. Everything stays in the same plane. I want my shoulder to lift my elbow, to lift my hand, not my hand driving up, my elbow staying down and my shoulders being the last thing to come up. Because that's a common mistake that I see. The rep is either like this or the rep is like this. And we're not doing this, and we're not doing this. Keep the integrity of your form like that the entire set, and your shoulder will be on complete fire in the best possible way. We're gonna keep the theme of this workout the same. Still on this damn bench. And why are we using the bench? And why do I have an easy bar? Well, guess what? When I'm standing up straight doing easy bar curls, at the bottom, there's not much of a stretch at all happening. If I decide to lean back, oh, there's a stretch. And even though there's a little, it's laying on the front of my body, I'm tucking my arms underneath my lats basically. So when I sit back, there's a massive stretch on my biceps right here. From here, we're curling up just to here and coming all the way down, curling up, controlling it down. And then when we hit that point of failure, or you can't get the full rep all the way up, we're gonna do 4 reps. We're gonna sit up like this. We're gonna jack up here, sit back, and down slow for 5 reps. Boom, like this, and then down slow into the stretch. So basically doing straight ass sets, 2 force reps. Bringing your sets to failure and finishing with force reps. So 8 to 12 reps, slow negative, 2 second negative, 2 second pause at the bottom, controlled concentric or positive into force reps when you cannot get a full complete rep. So I'm gonna grab the inside of this bar. I'm gonna basically tuck my elbows underneath or like in front of my lats, sit back on from here, and then we're curling up. Oh, that sucks in a good way. You know what I mean when you try it. The lean angle does make this very, very tough. Did I overshoot my weight here? No. But this angle made these 25s feel like way more than more. Again, I would definitely use straps if you can, if you need to. But when we're pulling up, when we're, remember, on an angle, coming all the way here makes no sense because there's no tension. So I just want to get to here where there's still tension, and then down, riding it down, getting to here. And again, when we're doing our force reps, from here, just swing it up. Get yourself in, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stretch, and get it back up Oh my God. Last exercise, guys, we're gonna head over and do a unilateral bicep movement. We're gonna use the cable with the preacher and basically hammer curl with the preacher using the cable. Okay, so guys, make sure you line your bench up far enough so we have slack on the cables. So when we're at the bottom, we're not bottoming out on the cable. Again, when we're doing these, I wanna make sure my elbow, I wanna make sure my armpit is right at the top of the bench. Keep my shoulder aligned. So I don't wanna be like this. I wanna make sure my thumb stays up from here. And make sure the cable is low enough that I get tension all the way to the top and tension all the way to the bottom. We're just doing straight sets, guys, all the way up, and then controlling it down. Give yourself a good minute rest in between doing a unilateral movement, meaning I'm doing one side first and the next. If I start doing the other side right away, I'm gonna be a little bit more winded on the other side. So give yourself a little bit of time to recover, then start the other set, guys. 8 to 12 reps, good 2-second negative, nice stretch at the bottom, good controlled positive on the way to the top, pause. 3 hard sets. And that's it, guys, delts and biceps, done. No pressing, just your accessory work, making those hard. Quick and efficient. Remember, guys, stay true to your form, 4-range of motion, tempo, everything. Make it hard, keep intensity high, and be smart about your weight selection. Anyway, give it a try. Let me know how it goes in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. The next time, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.